Vic Fangio is one of the greatest defensive minds in football history. The godfather of modern NFL defenses, his system is built around disguised blitzes, simulated pressures, and exotic fronts, paired with two high safety shells that limit today's all-out passing attacks, combined with advanced match coverage principles to lock offenses down. Now, in this video, we're going to break down 4 plays that are going to give you a head start on running this Fangio system, all built out of the dime 2-3 formation. Then we've got 4 more plays live right now on Scheme Kings that will take this whole defense to the next level. Now, first up, we have Edge Blitz 0 out of dime 2-3. This is a zero-man pressure that creates an automatic walk-down look. Fangio loves to use these fronts, crowding the line and forcing the offensive line to guess which rushers are coming. Here, we're going to bring 6 and place straight-up man in behind it, overwhelming protections and forcing the QB to make a split-second decision. To set this up, you want to spread your defensive line, then crash your D-line down, then QB contain and user the middle linebacker and walk him down over the center. All right, so starting out with our zero-man blitz, and whenever I am putting one of these into a defense, the goal is always, if they block a running back, which most people are going to do if you're bringing heavy pressure, we still need to be able to get home. And that is one of the things I love about this blitz. They block a running back, it does not matter. We are still going to get someone home. We are going to be mugging the gaps right here. So blocked running back right here, and we're still going to be getting edge pressure here, plus another edge defender here. So sometimes you'll get 1 free, sometimes you'll get 2 free. We get another one up the middle, and we just get absolutely insane pressure. Here it's going to be again. They're going to block their running back, and we still get 3 players free. Not every time are you going to get 3 players free when they block extra, but it just shows how powerful this blitz can be. Here's one more. Block their running back. Boom. Look how fast this blitz comes in. This is with a blocked running back. And look at this. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. He's getting hit. And then look at the coverage on the back end. He has to find something open in a half second, in a split second, or he is going down. Now, with our user, we have the running back, or usually sometimes we have a tight end slot. If they leave on a route, then we have to cover them right like here. And then if they stay in the block, then we're going to help over the middle. Now we see right here, he leaves. So we're going to try to go to the flat. Really nothing open. He had this quick out route if he's able to step into that throw and see it, but instead he tries to go up over the top. We hit this post at the top of his route, no shot. Here's running back again. Let's see what he does. So he blocks. So as soon as we see the running back block, now we're going to be free as the user to help over the middle. Once again, even though the running back blocked, we're getting a free rusher off the edge. He tries to go up over the top. Our cornerback is right there for the knockout. And one more in the red zone. Once again, key on the running back. We see the running back block there, so now we are going to be free. He tries to go quick to the flat. Our man coverage is right there to absolutely lock it down. So an incredible zero-man blitz right there. Now, this is just the beginning. We've got 2 full team breakdowns coming with the 2018 Chicago Bears and the 2024 Philadelphia Eagles, with each one getting their own deep dive with this Fangio defensive system. Plus, we're going to be breaking down match coverage concepts like cover 9 and cover 6, showing you how Fangio uses these match coverages. And all of this is going to be run out of the Philadelphia Eagles playbook, so you can mix and match it all to create one unstoppable Vic Fangio defensive scheme. And if you want to check out the playlist with all the videos for this defense, it'll be linked down below. Now, the 2018 Chicago Bears were an absolute defensive powerhouse, the kind of unit that could take over a game on their own. Under Fangio, they finished first in the NFL in both scoring defense and takeaways, terrorizing offenses with a relentless mix of disguised pressure and zone match coverage. Khalil Mack was the tone setter, wrecking protections and forcing hurried throws seemingly every drive. Fangio's design wasn't about chaos. Every snap felt like a chess move, with safeties rotating post-snap and defenders exchanging zones seamlessly. It was a clinic in disguise, discipline, and calculated aggression, the foundation of what made the Fangio system the gold standard across the league. Now, when we implement this scheme in Madden, the main formations we're going to be running are going to be a couple of 3-4 formations along with nickel 2-4 load mug. Fast forward to 2024, and Fangio's influence had reached its modern peak. In his first year coordinating the Philadelphia Eagles, helped lead them to a Super Bowl championship, and he completely flipped their defensive identity, turning one of the league's most inconsistent units into a disciplined, suffocating force. This defense lived in 2 high shells, constantly shifting between cover 6, cover 9, while using subtle rotations to bait elite quarterbacks into bad reads. Up front, Fangio leaned into his trademark simulated pressures, mugging gaps with linebackers and safeties, and dropping out late to fudge coverage lanes while rushers came free off the edge. The result was one of the most adaptable and unpredictable defenses in football, a perfect showcase of Fangio's philosophy of disguise, leverage, and spacing to dominate the modern NFL. Then when we implement this in Madden, the main formations we're going to be using are nickel 2-4 and dime rush. Okay, now we're going to get into the main principles of this Fangio defense. The foundation of this defense is built off living in two high safety shells, keeping both safeties deep pre-snap to disguise what's coming. From this look, we can rotate post-snap into single high coverages, spin into trap zones, or stay in quarters and match routes across the field. The real magic is being able to do all of that while stopping the run with our front seven, something that Fangio's system mastered and how we're going to try to play in Madden 26. Next, we're implementing a ton of match coverage throughout this scheme, using cover 6 and cover 9 as our main structures. These coverages let us pattern match across the field, passing off routes based on depth, alignment, instead of just sitting back in zones. In Madden, this will let us blanket crossing routes, corners, and seams with precision, and later in the series, we're going to be doing full breakdowns on the rules for cover 6 and cover 9 so you can master how to use them to their full potential. Finally, Fangio's pressure philosophy is all about illusion, showing 6 or 7 rushers but only sending 4. We're going to be using simulated pressures and creepers, mugging the gaps with linebackers, and mixing in exotic blitz looks that force protection breakdowns. Sometimes we'll overload one side, other times we'll bring a slot defender and drop a defensive end into coverage. Everything looks chaotic, but it is structured. Now, the perfect blitz to showcase this philosophy is Field Sim 2 at a dime 2-3. This is a simulated pressure, meaning we're only bringing 4 rushers, but still generating an unblocked defender off the edge. And we can do this while having a really solid cover 2 shell behind it, allowing us to really have tight coverage across the board. Now, to set this up, you want to shift your defensive line towards your nickel blitzer, then crash your defensive line down. Then you want to use the backside defensive end opposite of the blitzer. And once the ball is snapped, you want to drop out to coverage. All right, so with this sim pressure, this can just be an absolutely amazing play because of the fact we are only going to be rushing 4. So we're going to be using the backside D end and dropping out. So we're only going to be rushing 1, 2, 3, 4. And if they send everybody out on routes, we are still going to get unblocked edge heat. So that makes this blitz absolutely incredible. We can also shade up and down with our our flat defenders to just change if it's short yardage or long down and distance. Here we're in the red zone, so I'm going to shade down. And with my user, I'm just going to get out right away. You really don't even have to hover. You can just get out, and we see right here 1, 2, 3 in the middle, and our nickel coming in free, only rushing 4. Look at how fast that blitz comes in, and look at right here. There is nothing open. We shaded down because we knew the down and distance. There is nothing there. Hit as he throws. Here's going to be another one. We don't have to hover. We can just get out, and here they actually overshifted, I believe. Yeah, they overshifted and picked up the nickel. So now our defensive end is going to come free. But like, look how fast he is getting hit here. No chance for anything to develop down the field. Only rushing 4, and he's going down. Here it is again. Only rushing 4. Here we shaded out, up, put cloud flats on the field. Here he even blocks his running back. He blocks an extra guy. So we're rushing 4 and we're getting unblocked pressure against 6. That's not going to happen every time, but that just shows you it can happen. I'm just playing the user over the middle of the field, trying to take everything away. We see we're dropping so many guys out into coverage, and he's going down. We force a fumble on that play as well. As far as our coverage, like I said, shade up or down, and with my user, I'm just getting out, playing it like a normal user. Look for anything hot over the middle. Here he blocked his running back, so he was able to block the blitz up. Tries to go up over the top on 3rd and 9, trying to push the ball down the field, and our corner is going to step up and make a play on the football. And then on this one, shade down because we were in the red zone, put hard flats on the field, give him nothing quick and easy. He tries to go up over the top, and our safety steps in front and goes the other way. So absolutely incredible sim pressure 4-man blitz that is going to be absolutely nasty for you. Then if you're loving what you're seeing so far with this intro Fangio scheme, we've got 4 more videos with 4 new plays waiting for you right now on Scheme Kings to take it to the next level. We have multiple heavy blitzes to help you get a ton of heat on QBs. We have another sim pressure that lets you get home while only rushing 4, and we are looking at more of our match defenses. Then coming up in the future for this scheme, we have our 2018 Bears, 2024 Eagles, and full match breakdowns on the way as well. And that's not all. On Scheme Kings, we've got all of our other Madden content live with our Big 3 offense. It's an incredible offensive scheme to use. Plus, if you're diving into College Football 26, we've got even more content for you there as well. Then I'm also running my Fangio site sale, and this will run until December 21st. Use code Fangio to get 50% off your first month. Now we're going to take a look at the personnel we are going to use for this Fangio defense. And we're going to start with the front 7 in our 3-4 defense. Now, first up, we have our nose tackle. This is the enforcer in the middle, the player who controls the line of scrimmage, eats double teams, and keeps the linebackers clean to flow to the football. In real life, Jordan Davis of the Eagles is the prototype for this role at 6'6", 340. He's an athletic freak who can 2-gap, shed blockers, and chase down plays from behind. Then moving on to our 3-4 ends, tasked with controlling the edges, setting firm run fits, and having the athleticism to penetrate and make plays in the backfield. Akeem Hicks was the prototype for this role for the 2018 Bears, a dominant blend of power and technique who could consistently blow up inside runs and draw double teams. Then we have our 3-4 outside linebackers. These are going to be the tone setters. They've got to be able to control the edge in the run game, keep contained, and force plays back inside, but their main job is to be absolute terrors off the edge. In real life, Khalil Mack was the ultimate example of this role with the Bears, a one-man wrecking crew and one of the most dominant defenders of his era. He could completely take over games, forcing fumbles and wrecking blocking schemes. For our inside linebackers, they are going to be the heartbeat of this 3-4. They need to be elite run stuffers who can read and react, flow sideline to sideline, and fill gaps. And since these are our main users, they've got to be athletic enough to cover ground, jump routes, and make plays all over the field. Roquan Smith was the perfect example of this for the 2018 Bears, a true sideline to sideline backer and one of the smartest defenders in football. Next, we're going to look at our nickel and dime personnel, the sub packages that make this defense so dangerous. Now, for our 2 interior pass rushers, they need to be true disruptors, guys who can fire off the ball, penetrate gaps, and live in the backfield. One of the best examples of this in the NFL today is Jalen Carter with the Eagles, one of the premier one-gap rushers in football. Then on the edge, our defensive ends need to be elite pass rushers, capable of winning one-on-one matchups with speed and bend, or coming free on blitzes and closing instantly. A perfect real-life example of this is Nolan Smith on the Eagles, who combines explosiveness with versatility, able to set the edge, play the run, and attack the QB with violent burst. Then in our nickel and dime formations, our off-ball linebackers need to be pure athletes, fast, fluid, and be able to fly sideline to sideline, and we're going to be using them a ton, so they need elite agility and acceleration to close windows and make plays. A perfect example of this role is Zach Baum from the 2024 Eagles, an all-pro off-ball backer who embodies what this system demands. Now, playing into this front 7, we're going to be looking at Edge Blitz 3 out of Dime 2-3. This is an incredible blitz that uses the same auto walk-down look as our Edge Blitz 0, making it impossible for opponents to tell which one you're running before the snap. It's designed to bring super fast edge pressure, forcing hurried throws while maintaining structure and coverage integrity behind it with our cover 3 shell. Now, to set this up, all we want to do is QB contain, then take your linebacker in the 3-rec hook and walk him down on the outside shoulder to the center opposite of the blitzing nickel. Okay, so Edge Blitz 3. The great thing with this one, we already showed you Edge Blitz 1 before, Edge Blitz 0, sorry, before. That is just a great 0 blitz. This is going to be the exact same look with the walk down look. 2 guys coming off the edge. We're going to be mugging in the gap with our linebacker, but now we have a cover 3 shell in behind it. So now this is just going to really help us change the look on the back end. This is going to work best if they send everybody out on routes. But once again, here, they even block their running back and we get insane pressure right in on the QB. Here's another one. Usually it's going to be this outside rusher, the nickelback, dimeback coming off the edge. Sometimes it'll be guys up the middle, but usually it is going to be this guy. Once again, running back, blocked. We still get crazy pressure. Look how fast this guy comes in. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, he's getting hit. He has to get that ball out right now. We see nothing really open. Maybe he could have hit the seam if he's seen it right away, but didn't see it. We're good. We can also shade up and down with our flats, put hard flats or curl or cloud flats on the field. Boom. Look how fast this is coming. We shaded down on this one, put hard flats, took away anything short and shallow to the flats, forced him to hold that ball for an extra half second, and he is going to go down. Here we shade up and put curl flats on the field. Same thing though. Oh, right here with our user. So when we're using this, we got to think of this a little different. In our sim pressure we went over, we have multiple guys over the middle of the field. It's us and 2 linebackers playing over the middle. Here, it's just me. So my first thing is I'm just looking for who, if he feels the blitz, who's he going to try to hit right away? We see this crosser over the middle. I'm just going to step underneath that route. We pick him off and we're going the other way with the football. So that's whenever I'm playing user, that's what I'm thinking. Here we got hard flats on the field. Force him to hold that ball. Here I see the drag. I'm going to carry that drag, then look to the middle of the field. He tries to force this down into the flats, and our hard flat is there. We pick him off, and we are off to the races. So Edge Blitz 0 and Edge Blitz 3 are going to be amazing to work off of each other and give your opponent fits. Then for our outside corners, we want tall, athletic players with the speed to carry routes vertically and the instincts to make plays on the football. They need to be able to press, recover, blanket top receivers, whether they're in man, match, or zone. A great real-life example of this role is Quinyon Mitchell with the Eagles, an explosive, fluid corner who can flip his hips, run with anyone, and close on the ball in a flash. The safeties in this defense need to be true hybrids, interchangeable players who can rotate, disguise, and play multiple roles without giving away their coverage responsibilities. But when needed, they need to be able to be physical enough to come downhill and fill against the run. A perfect real-life example is Eddie Jackson from the 2018 Bears, an instinctive, rangy safety who could fly sideline to sideline, bait quarterbacks into bad throws, and make plays at every level of the field. Now, our nickel and dime D-backs are the most versatile players on the field. They're going to be playing primarily in the slot, matching receivers across the field, playing the flats, and triggering downhill on quick throws. But they also have to be lethal blitzers, fast enough to shoot gaps and get into the quarterback in a hurry. Two real-life examples of this role are Kyle Fuller with the Bears and Cooper DeJean with the Eagles, both incredibly instinctive, physical, and smart defenders who could line up anywhere and make plays at every level of the defense. Now, to utilize this defense to its full potential, we want to lean heavily into match coverage concepts like cover 4 quarters and cover 4 palms. These are two of the most intricate and flexible coverages in football, capable of reacting to anything offenses throw your way. They're exceptional at locking down meta routes, eliminating crosser and corner concepts, and giving opposing quarterbacks fits. Both of these coverages can be run out of dime 2-3, making them a perfect fit for this Fangio style defense. I recommend using cover 4 quarters and cover 4 palms as your primary coverage calls, and then mixing them in with our simulated pressures and blitz looks. Now, I'm not going to go into the full breakdown of the rules here for these coverages. I've already done that in detail for both of these looks in College Football 26. While this defense we're using here is for Madden, the coverage rules will be the exact same. So I'll link the videos down below so you can check out the full cover 4 quarters and cover 4 palms breakdowns so you can learn all the rules and run it to its full potential. Then remember, if you want to get a head start on running this Fangio defense, check out the other 4 plays for the intro to the defense over on Scheme Kings. It's loaded with a ton more you can use right now. Then to pair with this amazing defense, check out our Big 3 offense that will let you play like some of the most explosive QBs dominating the NFL, but you can play like them in Madden 26, and you can check out that right here.